To the south of Frostfaire city proper, ascending over jagged, snow-draped peaks, comes the heavy crunch of boots on ice. A dark figure navigates the treacherous peaks with deliberate steps, blending into the wilderness, as though born of it. A bundle of black-furred wolf pelts hangs over his left shoulder. A beast companion moves beside him, constantly scanning the path ahead. The peaks here are dangerous, not just for sheer cliffs and sudden avalanches, but for the predatorial limberheads who call them home. As if that wasn't bad enough, travelers this far from the city have reported encountering owlbears, snowcats, frost beetles, rime slugs, yetis, and worse. Beside the dark figure, the beast's ears pin back for a moment before resuming its vigilant scan. Ahead of you, etched into the mountainside, is the faint outline of a frost-slicked ledge, twisting precariously around the cliff. You pass by an old metal sign hammered into a boulder that says, Ice Grave Passage. Ahead of you is a thin, treacherous mountain path that twists around the edge of the mountain. So, Steve, please tell me, who is this person? What do they look like? Who is your beast companion, and what do they look like?
All right. So I am Skogul Wildstone. I am kind of a big dude. I'm half frost giant and half elf. He's got crystalline blue eyes that seem to always sort of look like the sky. They kind of shimmer as he moves through different environments. He's not really one for words. He kind of likes to move through nature as much as he can. He's been out in the wild for a real long time, so the idea of transitioning into a city gives him a sense of calmness. As he walks through this snow-swept bridge, you can see his gigantic wolf standing next to him. He's about 5 feet tall, so that really gives you an impression of how huge Skogul is. And his wolf companion is named Helgrim. And they only just met not too long ago.
The path ahead narrows to a single frost-slick ledge that clings to the mountain like a fragile seam. Wind howls through the gorge below while Helgrim groans. Just beyond the first bend, a jagged overhang of icicles juts out, shimmering. Beneath them, patches of the ledge has crumbled away, revealing nothing but a sheer drop into the frozen abyss below. Let's start with a survival roll, or an investigation roll. Either one, your choice.
Ooh, not bad. 21.
Okay, that is a success. As you step onto the ledge, the thin stone beneath your foot creaks with an exhausted groan. Hairline fractures spiderweb out from your steps, but the railing holds strongs. Roll an acrobatics for me.
13.
You needed a 10. Nice.
Yeah, I think Helgrim would probably be behind him in this situation. They kind of had unspoken words about, let me do this first because I'm heavier. As he gets up against the cliff face, the wind is ripping through him, and he instead of trying to reject it or recoil against it, he kind of leans into it a little bit, and that gives him a sense of purchase as he's, I guess, strafing on the wall.
And as you come across the passage, you return back into a more wider open space within the mountain range. What's your passive perception for me?
It's 16.
Okay, 16. Well, you needed above a 13 for this, so you notice 3 jagged shapes on the path ahead. At first glance, they seem like nothing more than ordinary frost-covered rocks that have sort of been worn smooth and jagged shards by the wind. But then, the more you look at them, something feels wrong. Their placement's a little too deliberate, surfaces a little too angular. You catch a faint twitch, and a shard of frost drops off of one of these rocks. These are not rocks. They're alive, and whatever they are, it's obvious to you that they're lying in wait, clearly intending to ambush unwary travelers. At this point, Helgrim notices the three creatures as well. None of them are as big as he is now, though they're not much smaller than him. The hackles on the neck spike, and the direwolf starts to growl. What would Skogul like to do?
Yeah, I guess he's aware that they're creatures, but is he aware that they notice him yet?
He is aware that they're attempting an ambush.
Okay,
so obviously they would be aware of anyone coming down this passageway.
He holds his hand out and tells Helgrim, in unspoken language to stay, and he's just going to hunter's mark and shoot a longbow at one of these things, the closest one, I guess.
We are not in combat, so you get a free attack before anything happens.
Oh, okay, great.
So I'll go ahead and give you advantage on it as well, because you're like clearly they're not moving. They're just sitting there not moving. Oh my God, that's a fucking that's a natural 20, Steve.
I got a nat 20 for my first roll in the game.
You just got a fucking natural 20 for your
the first attack in the game.
Wow. Well, that's a good fucking sign. All right, go ahead and roll crit damage.
Here we go.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Go ahead and you describe how you kill this thing as these other two hear their friend die, and then they leave up and run away.
Oh my God! They just hear it, like it just goes, and then they're like, "Nope, we're good."
That's crazy,
yeah.
Dude.
Well, I guess I'll just try this. So if I kill something while Hunter's Mark is engaged, I can automatically, basically. So I'm just gonna shoot the second one before he takes off, the second closest one.
Okay. Very, very good. And then here's something that is important. So Hunter's Mark is active for 1 hour once you cast it. So
cool.
You also have the ability to shift it person to person. So you have Hunter's Mark still active. You can just shift it to one of the other Moshards and fire on that.
Yeah.
So put your advantage on and then fire on.
You can take a bonus action to mark.
So
mark the new creature. Never mind. So I just mark another creature. I actually can't fire again. I just confirmed.
Okay. So at that point, it's far enough away that it's gone.
Okay. So they literally just got spooked.
Yeah, they got spooked
Cool.
and dipped. So you just got 200 experience points for killing that Moshard. It is an animal, so it holds no treasure or anything like that. So go ahead and describe what happens as Skogul and Helgrim approach this dead thing.
Yeah. I have a feeling Helgrim would probably walk around it, sniffing it, to try and understand what it is, and then Skogul just goes, "Have you seen one of these before?"
Helgrim kind of shakes his head with.
Okay. There's still things the wild has left to show us. On then.
Helgrim follows after you. We didn't even get into initiative, dude. You just were like, split!
Yeah, if his perception was lower, I wonder how that would have gone.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, considering that one thing that happened to him in his second session. I think he's more keyed up now.
Okay, so as you continue on, you come into this sort of like another tight portion of the Icegrave Passage, and go ahead and roll an observation for me.
Does he need to roll it if he has a nat 16 perception? Or a passive, I mean?
No, he does not. You glance upward just in time to see jagged icicles dislodging from another gust of wind, plummeting down towards you like deadly spears. Roll an athletics or an acrobatics to avoid the falling ice, please.
Right?
Oh, no, okay, the 8. All right, so that's going to be a fail. Pain surges through your shoulder as one of the falling shards stabs perfectly down through the skin. It's a shallow wound, and your blood beads on the ice as you pull the shard free. -1 hit point.
He just rolls his eyes.
Finally, the path widens again, and Frostfaire's heart spire looms closer. Below, the glow of the city becomes clear, sprawled out before you with those towering walls protecting a population greater than you've ever walked amongst.
Yeah, I think seeing the city and just realizing how big it is probably giving him a sense of unease, because as much as he can be prepared with things in the wild, he's really, really not feeling that prepared for society. And he just kind of like looks down at Helgrim and he's like, "I'm not sure you should follow me in."
Helgrim shakes off the frost clinging to his coat, gives a relieved huff, and sits down in the snow beside you.